found a killer deal on Facebook Marketplace. It's only 50 bucks, but it's a Super Nintendo console with the controller and cables, and there's a copy of Link to the Past, Donkey Kong Country 2, and Super Mario World. She's like 35 minutes from me, but for 50 bucks, we're gonna make that drive. So I got my iPhone, I'm gonna record it. Let's go get it. All right, she said she left it in a bag by the door, so that's what we're gonna do. She said to put the 50 bucks under the mat. All right, so we got 50 bucks. Gonna put it under the mat. And then this should be it. Really nice area, that's for sure. Pretty solid pickup, 50 bucks for a Super Nintendo system with a controller. And then we got Link to the Past, Donkey Kong 2, which is actually the best Donkey Kong, my favorite one. Sticker Bush Symphony is really nostalgic for me. And the roller coaster levels with the guy that chases you. Absolutely love this game. And then Mario World. I can actually 96 star this game in like 5 or 6 hours in a single sitting. Probably one of my favorite Mario games right here. But yeah, I'll go home, I'll price chart everything and clean it up, test it, make sure it works. So let's go do that. There's a crazy N64 deal on Facebook Marketplace for 100 bucks. It's got the system, it's got a bunch of solid titles like Smash Bros, Ocarina of Time, Pokemon Stadium 2, and there's even a copy of Banjo-Tooie. But I noticed that it's a not for resale copy. 100 bucks, that's a no-brainer. I didn't even haggle. We're driving straight out there to go get it, so you know I got my GoPro with me. Let's do it. Hey, Jordan. Oh, you got here quick.
Yeah, I live right next door.
Right on. How you doing, man?
Brother? How you doing?
So this is everything, huh?
This is everything, yeah.
You mind if I check it out?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
Yeah, my folks, they called a little while ago and they just like, hey, this is still here if you want it. I'm like, sure.
Is this all you have? Just the 64?
Yep, just all of this, and I thought I had a, the PS2, like the Shinobi game or whatever.
Okay.
I find that.
Yeah, this is the stuff I look for sure.
Yeah, I took a look at your shop there and whatnot. Yeah, that's some pretty cool stuff over there.
Yeah, that's what I do, man. That's what I do. Well, I'll count this back to you.
Yep.
We agreed on 100, so
yeah, there's 20,
20 40, 60, 80, 100.
Awesome, thanks, man.
Appreciate it again, man.
Yeah. I did not plug it in yet, so for any reason, if it does not work, I will totally refund you, man.
I know what I'm getting into.
Okay,
I'd take it
cool.
apart and repair it if it don't work.
Cool, sounds good.
If you come across anything else, definitely let me know.
Yeah, awesome. Appreciate it, man. You have a good one.
Take care, bud.
You too.
All right, pretty sweet pickup. Got the Super Nintendo here that I just grabbed earlier. I didn't even get time to drop it off at home yet, but we got the N64, and I noticed that there is an expansion pack in there, and I believe those sell for about 50 bucks by themselves. Got some solid titles here: Smash Bros, Pokemon Stadium 1 and Pokemon Stadium 2. We got Mario Tennis, WCW Revenge, The World Is Not Enough 007, Rayman The Great Escape, Ocarina of Time, one of my favorite Zelda games. Absolutely love this game. We've got Quest 64 and Donkey Kong 64. And then the one game out of the whole lot that I was really looking forward to is the not for resale Banjo-Tooie. I'm pretty sure I can clean that up. A little bit of Roncinol and a little bit of elbow grease will clean this up real nice. This is going to be the only one going in the collection. I already have all of the other games, but I'm super excited for this one. I'm pretty sure this alone is worth like 120 to 150 bucks. Not for resale. Oh yeah, this is definitely going right in the cabinet. But $100 for all of this, what a steal. Great way to start the season off. Got $150 into all of this stuff. I'm gonna go home, lay everything out, price chart it, show you guys exactly what I got and how much it's worth. Let's do it. I left Banjo-Tooie for last just because I want to talk about how I plan to remove this sticker residue here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of this Ronsonol lighter fluid on the sticker residue, and I'm going to let it sit there for a minute until it kind of dries up, just like this. All right, so now it's soaking wet on that sticker residue, and I'm just going to let it sit there and dry up. That lighter fluid, what it does is it really eats away at the adhesive underneath that. So once it dries up, it should peel away real nice and real easy. So I'm gonna let this sit for a minute and then I'll do that. So now it's dried up. Just gonna gently take my fingernail across that. You can see it's starting to come up without damaging the label itself. Yep, so there it is on there. And just real carefully, not applying too much pressure, just enough to kind of slide that residue across. So now all of the paper part is off and you're left with this sticky part. So what I'll do is I'll take a Q-tip and I'll put some Ronsonol on the tip of the Q-tip. And I'll slowly try and take it off. You can even see the yellow on the tip from the residue. Now we're going to do the other side. All right, nice and clean, nice and clean. No sticker, no residue, and we're good. I got everything cleaned up, laid out, price charted. I just want to show you guys what I got and how much it's worth. So the first pickup was $50 for the Super Nintendo system and the games. I did check the system and it's not a one chip, unfortunately. It's just a regular unit, but for $50, I mean, that's a steal of a deal. Came with the controller and the cables, and then also Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country 2, and Link to the Past. Super Mario World is one of my favorite Mario games. I can actually 96 star that game in like 5 or 6 hours. You just get the cape and then fly through every level. And then Donkey Kong Country 2, which is my favorite of the Donkey Kongs. The Super Nintendo stuff on price charting comes to $170.61. I paid $50, so that was a pretty good deal there. And then the Nintendo 64 stuff, I paid $100 for all of this, which is absolutely incredible. Comes with an expansion pack, which was really surprising to me because those sell for like $45 to $50 by themselves. And then a bunch of killer titles. We've got Donkey Kong 64, which is one of the games that requires the expansion pack in order to play. Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. I was really surprised to see the value of this one. It's selling for like $70 on eBay. Pretty crazy to me because I remember just a couple years ago this was like $50. It's like the value of this stuff just keeps going up and up. We got Quest 64, Rayman 2, Super Smash Bros, which is an all-time classic. Same with Ocarina of Time, one of my favorite Zelda games. Absolutely love this game. Played this for countless hours back in the day. I also noticed that the stick on the Atomic Purple controller is actually tight. It's not loose, so that was pretty cool. And then the grail of the entire lot, Banjo-Tooie, which cleaned up really nice. And it's a not for resale version, which is the only game out of all of this that I'll be keeping. because I have everything else. So I did order an acrylic case for this, and it'll be going inside of the cabinet, but really happy to add this one to the collection. The total price chart value for everything comes to $707.10. I paid $150, so I don't know, what is that, like 22%? Pretty cheap if you ask me. Price charting value for the Banjo Tooie is $122.50, but I see a sold comp for a really clean one in similar condition that sold for $180, so take that for what it's worth. The thing about price charting is it's not always 100% accurate, especially for more obscure stuff or sealed stuff or like really mint condition, complete in box stuff. So you always want to reference sold comps on eBay. But yeah, that's pretty much it. A lot of really good stuff, only 150 bucks. What a great way to start the season. The weather's finally nice here in Minnesota, so there's going to be lots of listings popping up on Facebook, lots of garage sales, and I'm excited to get back to hunting. I'm going to get a little clip of me putting this in the cabinet, and then that'll be it for this video. This thing's going to look really good next to my not for resale Star Fox 64. I actually found a not for resale Star Fox 64 like, I don't know, 30 or 40 videos back. I'll try to put a tag somewhere up on the top of the screen. But also got this guy. I ordered an acrylic case just like this one for my Banjo Tooie. Pretty good stuff. Gonna look good inside the cabinet. That's gonna be it for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing, and on to the next.